Hey Mactors, hey Mactors, hey Mactors.
Hey Mactors, welcome to the Mactor podcast. Across the next 10 episodes, we're talking work permits from all angles, chatting with guests from both local and immigrant background. You hear inspired stories from marketing professionals, CEOs, recruiters, and more. Plus, we've got a fun game and exclusive tips at the end of this episode. I'm Camila Dilon, your host and founder of Marketing Island Community, helping immigrants, marketers, and students succeed in their career. The sponsor of this episode is Astropark. Astropark is Dublin's top spot for football and fun activities. If you are looking for a place to hold fun corporate events, football competitions, school tours, or kids' birthday, Astropark is the right place. They're all about bringing people together to enjoy sport no matter the weather. With two locations, Tala and Kulok, you found different types of activities, including five-a-side football, bubble football, craze race, and many more. Scan the QR code here on the screen or click on the link in the description of this video to find out more. Today, you will meet Paul McCarthy, founder of and CEO of Snapfix. Over 25 years experience working with teams globally, including US, Mexico, Australia, Germany, UK, and Ireland. Are you ready? You're a busy man. So thank you so much for being here.
Hi Camilla, I'm absolutely thrilled to bits to be here tonight.
Good. So, please, Paul, tell our audience, talking about yourself, introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Paul McCarthy. I'm the founder and CEO of Snapfix, which essentially is the WhatsApp for the maintenance of buildings, infrastructure, and equipment. My own background is over 25 years in computer software, and in parallel with that, over 25 years managing property and buildings. And I put both of those disciplines together about 6 years ago to create Snapfix, because all of the systems I found to help me manage my buildings and different projects were just too complex. I wanted something as simple as WhatsApp, as simple as taking a photo and then using the simple red, yellow, green traffic light system to identify things need to get done, in progress, and complete. And we thankfully now have customers on 5 continents, and people appreciating the simplicity.
Lovely. And then I'm not sure, but I think the sponsor today, it's not
Yes,
fixed client.
I'm actually a big fan of Astropark. I've been there many times with my kids for the soccer and the other activities. It's a wonderful company.
Lovely. So, what a day. So, can you tell us a bit about your background and how you founded Snapfix?
I think, as I said, about 6 years ago, my face was covered in Post-it notes, and my inbox was full of emails and messages, and people tapping me on the shoulder between tenants needing things to be done in buildings, and then contractors who were actually going to get the work done, or sometimes it was staff. And just the communication between those parties was way too complicated. People don't want to fill out forms, but I found that the common denominator at the time was WhatsApp. And at the time, it was transacting about 60 billion, that's with a B, 60 billion messages a day. And I realized that the world was shifting to communicating using photos and messaging, and that could be brought into the business world. I met our co-founder, Cathal Greeny. He was from Galway, and he really got the vision right away. I had met maybe about 10 other companies, and they just didn't get it, but Cathal got it instantly. And then we developed a prototype, and we put it in front of customers right away. And hotels, believe it or not, really gravitated to it. So we decided to focus on hotels for the first period. But it is a solution for every type of building, every type of infrastructure, and every type of equipment.
Wow, that is amazing. So basically, you create Snapfix to solve problems that you faced in the past, isn't it?
Yeah. It's an advice, it's a piece of advice I give to a lot of entrepreneurs or people thinking to start their businesses, is to build something that people want. And if it's solving a problem for yourself, it's even better, because you're committed to it, you're knowledgeable about the subject, and you're passionate about getting it sorted.
Wow, that is really Yeah, great. So, why do you believe having a diverse company is important?
Well, we founded Snapfix as a global company from day one. We were going to be attracting customers all over the world from day one. So it never even occurred to me not to have a diverse team. I think in the team of 21 people in Snapfix today, 3 are from Ireland, and everyone else is just create the global team. I think in my background as well, having worked all over the world, you forgot to mention Singapore. Maybe I forgot to mention it to you. I've worked all over the world anyway, and it's just the most natural thing in the whole world. We have customers all over the world, so the benefits of having a global team, of course, are there too. But irrespective of that, being able to tap into the talent, the global talent, for a small company is just a phenomenal advantage.
How has your experience working with teams from different countries shaped your view of diversity?
As I mentioned, it's just been natural from day one.
Okay.
From my early days of my career working around the world, I think bringing together people from different nationalities, different backgrounds, and bringing them all into one kind of really focused team can foster creativity, can foster a lot of challenges, and you always want to live in an environment of challenge and not complacency, and can also foster a lot of questions all the time. And I think bringing all of those things together can really, really make for a dynamic team.
Cool. And I don't know if the audience know, you're my boss. So
Sometimes I'd say you're my boss.
so it's amazing because what you said is exactly what I feel at the company. Because I remember, unfortunately, in Dublin, we faced we saw an episode that some people that I don't really believe that means is what Irish people they thinking, but one small part of people they will start a movement pro like ask for the immigrants leave Ireland and come back from their homes. And I just remember when I said that to you, you just didn't believe. You said like, what? I have to see that in the news. Are you kidding me? Why? You said one thing to me that made me think a lot, and I'd like to explain a little bit about that. You said, "Well, Camilla, we know what it being an immigrant as well. So as an Irish people, you said something about in the United States, and you showed me an image. Like, could you explain more about that? Because I felt so welcome, and kind of protected, and I feel like, oof, my boss is Irish, and he don't think like these small quantities of people. The opposite.
Yeah, I know, of course, of the incident you speak of, and those people. I think the vast majority of the people of Ireland were just shocked at those events, and they certainly do not represent, anything that we believe in. I was an immigrant, obviously. I was an immigrant in England. I was an immigrant over in the US, and I was an immigrant in Australia and pretty much everywhere else. And I think sometimes you have an advantage as an immigrant, because when I went to all of these places, I knew I had to maybe work a little bit harder or just understand the culture a little bit more, and be able to adapt and be very, very flexible. So I think it's a great learning experience as well for every single immigrant that comes to Ireland.
Yeah.
Because some will stay, some will go on to other countries, and it's all about just continually improving.
Wow, that is amazing to hear that from like an Irish guy. So, what are some benefits you've seen from hiring international candidates at Snapfix?
Again, I think the creativity of the team and the way we work together is a reflection of people coming together from all over the world. There's different personalities, different accents, different languages. We of course have customers all over the world, so it is handy that we can speak to people in India or South Africa in their languages, or Spanish or Portuguese. So yeah, I couldn't think of it in any other way. It should be the norm.
Okay. Yeah, I remember recently we are talking about a partnership, and then the guy was from
That's
Portugal,
right. That's right.
and Paul was have a conversation with him, and I just listened the accent. It's like he's
I said,
Portuguese.
Camilla, come on over here quick.
So yeah, that is real. That is true. How does diversity with a company contribute to its success?
Again, it's the benefits are there from day one. I think all of our team are learning about different technologies and learning about different customer requirements. But now we have the benefit of learning about everybody's culture as well, and we get to eat some delicious food the odd time as well, which is always a treat. I think just learning from people's cultures and backgrounds is just invaluable.
Cool. What I can see as well, I don't know what do you think it is, when you have a diverse team, I can see creativity. It's kind of, I don't know, it's more expand more in the company, isn't it? Because sometimes someone have a face in something in the past or have solved the solution with a really innovative way, and then just share with us. I never thought about that. So I can see a lot that in the office.
And we had that example some months ago when obviously I'm very involved in the design of the Snapfix app, and I showed something to you and you said, oh, I know another app from Brazil that does it a little bit differently, and that was the direction we ended up going. So it's people bringing their experiences and backgrounds to every part of everything we do.
Lovely, lovely. Can you share any success story from working with international team members?
Well, you mentioned just one there about that partnership, which we might be doing in Brazil. It's always handy to have a local speaker. I think our customers and partners like it as well. They like the way of a diverse team. They can talk to different members of the team, sometimes in their own language, and that can really, really help.
Yeah, I remember, for example, we have a client that is in Indian, isn't it?
We
And
have the biggest amusement park operation in India, and it's just so wonderful that many of our team can converse with their team in their local language.
Yeah. I just remember that, and it's lovely. And always I can see, for example, when we have a campaign that I don't know, for example, it's for the US, but we know there are a big community of Indians in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And then straight away I say to guys, what is the festival they have at the moment for Indians? Because I can create a campaign that can be related to them, and they open the email, so then open rate and then replies. So those kind of small tricks that we can start, and we can improve and optimize our campaigns.
Absolutely. I think it's always important to acknowledge everybody's culture and the special days they have during the year.
Lovely. What advice will you give to another CEOs about the advantage of building a diverse and international team? And if you please could look at the CEO at the moment, and what would be the advantage for him in his company?
Well, I think given my experience, being able to tap into a global talent pool instantly is just incredible. So you're not choosing the best person in your local street or your local village or your local town or your local city. You're choosing the best person that you can find in the world, essentially. So you always want to build a team of A players, which I think we've succeeded in doing in Snapfix. And A players hire A players, and B players hire C players. So if you go down the slippery slope of hiring B players, then your company will will suffer in the long term. So for me, I take a lot of time and consideration in hiring. Made a lot of mistakes in the past, so I've learned a lot from that. But today we absolutely wait for the right person, and having a global talent pool to choose from benefits all of that.
Sometimes if you're thinking, okay, we found a great professional, like some great candidate, but they need a work permit, like sponsor in the future, what is the first thing that I have in your mind?
Yes.
Please, guys.
It's no issue. It's the tiniest thing. Again, when you focus on the A player mentality, it's a little bit of paperwork. It's nothing.
I think I don't have any question anymore. I succeed with this podcast. So, Paul, I make a question to you that is not in our script, but I really would like to know.
Uh-oh.
Like, why did you hire me?
We hired you because of your energy, and I remember it was a colleague, and I interviewed you quite a bit and quite intensively, but you were extremely flexible and creative too with your approach to your answers. We had interviewed quite a number of candidates, and you just stood out head and shoulders above all of them for your energy, determination. Admitting that you didn't know all of the answers, but you would be determined to get those answers, and that's what we look for.
Cool. I thank you so much. That is lovely to hear from my boss.
That was a booby trap question.
But I think that is really good to know because it's for you at the moment that you are looking for a work permit. You are facing you have your a schedule, lots of interviews booked. So like, look what a CEO here looking for. Sometimes we're so afraid. Oh no, my English is not perfect. Like, my English is not perfect, but it's good enough, and he can understand me. Sometimes he can't, but we just restart the conversation, and that's it.
And I guess I just thought of it. I actually had to get a work permit for Australia. I had to get a work permit for the US. I can't remember where else I had to get work permits. So it was just a normal thing. It's no huge effort.
Lovely. So, Paul, we didn't finish. Of course, we have our game in a few seconds. But before we jump for that, could you please tell our audience how they can find you, and then if you would like to share more something about Snapfix specifically, feel free. That is your space, your time.
All right, I get the pitch now. Okay, great. So if you live in a building, work in a building, or visiting a building, you should try Snapfix. Our website is snapfix.com. My own personal email is paul@snapfix.com. I'd welcome to connect with everybody on LinkedIn, and good luck with all of your futures.
We are a Marketing in Ireland community, helping immigrants, marketers, and students succeed in their career. Join our community. It's completely free and always will be free. But if you're looking for exclusive content and the opportunity to meet me, consider upgrading to a pro member. Details can be found in the description in this video below, okay? Let's go now for the second block. I have the game answer or eat. Paul, are you ready?
I don't think so, but let's go anyway.
Okay, I give that to you, and you tell the audience if you will answer or eat, okay?
Okay.
So let's go. My first question. Working with teams globally, including in the US, Mexico, Australia, Germany, UK, Singapore, and Ireland, what is the funnest experience you remember? Will you answer or eat?
I guess I'll answer it. There's been a number of funny work incidents you're talking about.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm a computer software manager now, but back in the day, I was doing a lot of project management and software development, and I remember doing a presentation in Germany, which explains to a lot around understanding the culture, and I was explaining how we were going to do the project, and I said we're gonna build it, and then we're gonna test it, and then we're gonna roll it out to the customers, and then we're gonna fix the bugs. And the director banged on the table and said, "There will be no bugs in production." And I picked up the plan and I handed it to him and I said, "Okay, you do it." And I did not think it wasn't intended to be funny, but everybody cracked up laughing in the whole place. And I felt a little bit bad for him because he was a theoretical person, not very practical. Okay. So his background in education was all theory, and he just didn't understand. So it was one of the funniest outbursts I've had in my career, even though it wasn't intentional. And we got through it. I ended up running the project afterwards, and there were bugs in production, but it worked just well. Just worked.
Of course, it's impossible. It's like, Camilla, please work in the marketing team, but I'm never doing anything wrong. It's like
But as well as that, it speaks to the difference between the German way of doing it, and I'm only generalizing a little bit, and the Silicon Valley way of doing it. Silicon Valley is, if it's good enough, just get it out there. German is, let's design it for 2 years, let's develop it for 3 years, let's test it for 6 years, and then roll it out. It's just a lot. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but it's just a very, very different approach. I would sway on.
I know
this
that.
approach.
I can imagine what you prefer. So, second question, Paul. Have you seen many other CEOs not care about diversity in the job market here in Ireland? Will you answer or will you eat?
I'll answer it. I'm not gonna mention any company, obviously, but especially in the newspaper and the media, when you see an announcement of a promotion, for example, and you see 15 or 20 men in the photo, my first thing that comes to mind is, I won't ever work with that company. And they could be a law company, it could be an accounting company, it could be whatever type of company, but it would be absolutely clear that this is 2024, and you see this even recently, 2023, 2022. It's not a type of company that I'd work with.
Before I joined Snapfix, I was looking for other opportunities, and I saw loads of companies that at their website they have a diversity, plural, equal, and photos. Just I love my relationship with Irish people. I love so, but like just white men's in the photo.
Yeah.
No woman, no black woman. No one from nowhere, and it's not problem at all. But Dublin is so diverse. Mm-hmm. It's a global city, basically.
Absolutely.
You found people from everywhere. And then when I joined Snapfix, like I think I improve a lot my English, because before I was struggle with few accents, but now I can understand someone from South of Africa,
Yep.
Indians, Irish.
Cork.
Irish from Cork. That is specifically, really specific.
It's its own language.
So yeah, Paul, I'm really happy to hear that from you.
I think and companies like us just will enact change by doing business or not doing business with these companies, and they will change in time. It's just old school thinking. That's all it is.
And like, it's no problem at all. I just invite you, all companies that have those diverse in their websites. If you are this company, just give an opportunity for someone that have a different background, someone from a different country. I'm sure they will add to your team. So then it's just, I'm just invite you to test that. It would be something really good for you, I believe. So then, why not? So you answered that brilliantly, but you eat, Paul.
I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. Maybe I should get something to eat.
So please close your eyes, because it's a surprise. Don't worry, it's not cat food.
Okay, now I'm getting very worried.
Paul, put your hands here. It's here. Here's my hand. Yeah. That is the food. Okay?
And I must guess what the food is.
No, you have to eat. And then you guess what food it has. Yeah, you can have just a slice.
Is the camera still rolling? It is?
Of course. Here's my hand.
I have no idea what it is, but there is a stone. So it's a fruit of types.
What do you did you like it?
A prune, kind of a prune. I'll give you the stone.
Did you like it? Have you that before? Have you tried that before?
Not that strong a taste before.
Okay. They're called tamarindo. It is, I don't know how it's in English. tamarind. It's this fruit.
Wow,
This fruit here. Yeah.
that's cool.
It's from Asian.
And this is another example of working in a multicultural team. Where would I ever come across that?
I believe no. Never. Did you like Paul? Say no.
I might try something else on the same shelf.
Do you know, I love Irish people. They're so polite. So nice. If you ask me, I say like, no, wait. I hate that.
No.
John.
I think it's an acquired taste.
Next block. Just to know the questions. First question, when you interview a candidate, what skills do you look for? And the second question, what candidates profiles do you not hire in your company? So that will be the questions that I am doing in the third block. But before we move on the third block with exclusive content, I'd like to say thank you, Astropark, for sponsoring this episode. Astropark is Dublin's top spot for football and fun activities. If you are looking for a place to hold fun corporate events, football competitions, school tours, or kids' birthday, Astropark is the right place. They're all about bringing people together to enjoy sport, no matter the weather, with 2 locations, Tala and Coolock, where you'll find different types of activities, including 5-a-side football, bubble football, crazy race, and many more. Scan the QR code here on the screen or click on the link in the description for this video to find out more. A special thank you to SWA for assisting students in finding the best university, and Dagda Visual for their support in recording this podcast. So if you're looking for a digital marketing service, talk to them. Now, let's move on the third block with exclusive content for pro members. So if you're not a pro member, please go to the link in the description below, and then you found out more information. Okay, just so you remember, to be a member for the Marketing Ireland community, it's free and always will be free. The special content is just for pro members, but always you found free content and free events in our community. Okay, so let's go for the third block. Up next, exclusive content for pro members. Join now to access all our special content and workshops. Just become a pro member, scan the QR code. See you there!